Hi, this is City Councilman Carl DeMaio, and this is my latest edition of my blog for the San Diego News Network. The first question today comes from a resident in Claremont. How has the state budget passage affected local government? Well, first, I don't know if we even have a state budget. It seems as though they have used every accounting gimmick in the book to paper over a deficit and prolong the dealing with the state of California's fiscal problems. So I'm not sure we really have an official budget for the state of California. The current framework, the current set of decisions in Sacramento have had a devastating impact on local government. They've raided our redevelopment funds, they've raided our property tax, they're going after our gas taxes. And all of these revenues being hijacked by Sacramento are needed to provide basic services to our communities here in San Diego. For example, if the state takes our gas tax, we will have no money for pothole repairs. It really wipes out that entire budget. If the state takes our property tax to the tune of $36 million, we will have to make very tough decisions that will impact the quality of our life. The general fund, funded by property tax, funds police, fire, libraries, road repairs, as well as park and rec programs. And all of those programs are already running on fumes when it comes to the city's own budget. So it will have a devastating impact on our communities. And I'm encouraging all San Diegans to contact their state senator or their state assembly member to really urge them not to raid local government funds and to really deal with Sacramento's budget problems the way a family would, the way a small business would. Cut out the waste, cut out the inefficiency, really stretch the dollar, and make ends meet like the rest of us throughout the state of California in this tough economy. The next question comes from a resident of Sabre Springs. I've read recently about problems coming to light with how our ethics commissioners are appointed. Can you explain the problem and what are your ideas for reforming the system? Well, when I ran for office, I ran on a platform of open and honest government, and one of the reforms that I was proposing was to take away the ability of politicians to appoint their own ethics commissioners. I mean, come on, that's like the IRS letting you select your mom to audit your taxes. You won't have an independent ethics commission, and you won't have a whole lot of public confidence in that ethics commission if politicians are allowed to choose their own ethics commissioners. Working with my colleague Donna Fry, we have created a bipartisan reform package to vest the confirmation of ethics commissioners for the city of San Diego in a panel of 3 retired judges. That way we can provide the most independence and the most integrity to the selection of city ethics commissioners. We need to know that the ethics commissioners are true watchdogs rather than lapdogs of the politicians that selected them. That's why we need to reform the appointments process. This next question comes from a resident of the city of San Diego. They didn't note what neighborhood they lived in. You've mentioned that you want the San Diego Police Department to be a world-class police organization. What are your thoughts on reaching that goal with the current budget situation and the department facing recruitment problems? That's a good question, and we've been trying to transition to a new pension system and a new salary and benefits package for city employees because we need one that's sustainable. The best way to recruit and retain quality police officers is to know that when we give them a package that we can actually afford it, that we can sustain the packages that are awarded in the labor contracts each year. So that's the most important thing, is to regain our financial responsibility and financial health as a city so that we can really make good on commitments to police officers when they come on in day one. We also need to expand equipment for our police and firefighters, making sure that we take advantage of federal grants, state grants, making sure that we really make funding of our capital program for the police department one of our priorities. Finally, we need to start looking at good old-fashioned public-private partnerships. In the city of San Diego, we pioneered the Reserved Senior Volunteer Patrol, the RSVP program. And this allows senior citizens to get certified, go through an academy, and do certain functions for the community, like neighborhood watch, like fingerprint investigations, even going out and checking on your home while you're off on vacation. These sorts of programs allow us to stretch the dollar, to do more with less, and to put our officers into frontline positions while still safeguarding public safety in an efficient way. A mix of reforms need to be undertaken in order to improve the functioning of our police department and to really safeguard public safety throughout our city. If you have a question that you'd like to see answered on an upcoming edition of our video blog, you can email me at interviewcarl@sdnn.com, and I'd be happy to answer your question in one of those upcoming blogs.